But that doesn't mean that these people have no sense of God. They're very charitable, very humane, and very compassionate. But they have different expressions in worshipping God. It's their own. They pray on their own. Okay? So note the changes and don't blame yourselves. In the previous Singapore election, I was in the seminary as director, and the front door bell rang. Opposition party, Workers' Party. They came in, they said, "What is this place?" I said, "It's a training ground for priests." "What are you?" I said, "I'm a priest." "Oh, Father, can we sit down?" I said, "Yeah." So he said, "Father, this is our manifesto. We are going to form the new government if we come in, and this is our policy," and so on. Then I said, "I was at your election rally last Saturday. You guys are saying the same things." "Oh," he said, "you were there." I said, "Yeah, I heard you speaking too. Next week you'll be saying the same thing. So what's the use of attending your rallies?" I said, "Do you know there are 7,000 failed marriages in Singapore? Do you know there are 400 over suicides here? 400 cases of HIV, 10,000 abortions." He had a shock. He said, "Father, where do you get all those statistics?" I said, "How can I vote you to be an MP if you do not know the ground? What is your mantra? What is your headlines? Can you sell your package to the people?" I said, "I don't think so. I can't vote for you." He said, "Father, okay, we will remedy the situation. I'll think about it." Following Saturday, I had calls 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 from my brother-in-law, sister, and nephew. He said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay. I'm sleeping. What's going on?" "No, Mr. Lee, the Workers' Party opposition, the rally, there was thousands there." He said, "Last week I spoke to the director of the seminary, Father Pereira, and this is what he said: 7,000 abortions, 10,000 abortions, 7,000 failed marriages, 400 suicide. What is happening to Singapore? Everything is hidden under the carpet." Then another phone call. "Father, did the ISA come?" I said, "Oh, so far no one has come." And that was on YouTube. My name is there. So I didn't give a single speech, but it was projected. Now this is the dilemma. Now on the front line, we are officiating funerals of young people who have committed suicide. I said, teenagers, young adults, what do you say? Okay. Then you're counseling a couple who's going to sign the divorce papers. So all this is growing, it's not isolated. So family life is really going down. So there must be a kind of meeting point between government, church leaders, economists to say, what must we do? Now when you talk about 7,000 divorces a year, you have to include at least 2 children in the family. So 14,000 children. So when you walk into a classroom, I went to a school, they didn't have a catechist. The principal said, "Father, take A class, B class, C class, fantastic, you can get vocations." I said, "What's wrong with the D class?" "Father, terrible, don't take that class, you'll regret it." I said, "Give me the D class." So I walked in and they stared at me. I said, "Do you all say a prayer?" They said, "It's your business, you're a priest, you say a prayer." So I said a prayer. I said, "Lord Jesus, you've come for these children, they are lonely, they are lost, the rejects. You've come to love them and teach me to reach out to them." Silence, huh? And then one boy came late with the football, I remember. I said, "Can you pass the ball to me?" He threw the ball at me, I caught it, I threw the ball, hit his face. And that was an icebreaker. Everybody laughed at him. I said, why is it that everybody is afraid of coming to this class, including your teachers? Can we talk? Can we share? Okay? One boy put up his hand. My father is going to jail. It's not a court case. My brother is a drug addict. My mother is having an affair. One by one they wanted to talk. Everybody wanted to talk. 45 minutes ago we prayed. I left the class. The principal said, see, you look so depressed. I told you not to enter this class. I said, what is our mission? This was one of my best classes I had. Unfortunately, I can't go back to that class. So you look, because it's only taking the place of the catechism replacement. So who are we? What are we about? What is our vision? The question that lady asked, my children are questioning, they're not going to church. But you can't blame them. What is the vision of the church right now? I'll be very open and blunt. It's activity based. Everybody is doing work and they're doing wonderful work. Fantastic. But there's no relationship. They do not know what's going on. They do not know the hidden agenda. So how to explain and extend empathy and compassion is zero. And after a while they have their fights and their quarrels, they leave the church. Now when I was ordained in 1977, my then superior said to me, why don't you announce, form a youth group? You know, there are thousands of them, maybe not 10, 15,000. We will get 200-300 youths. I said, no, I'll move slowly. So I looked around and at 5 youths, we sat down, we started to talk, and they're all from one-parent homes. The only support that they had was from each other. And they are fantastic in the way that they give the support. One was a gangster, secret society. Another girl, earring. Holidays, they dye their hair, green hair, yellow, purple. And they were there, and it was very interesting to listen to their stories. And they said to me, where are you going? I said, I'm going to celebrate Mass in the private chapel every Sunday. And the penitential was 20 minutes. They were confessing all their sins. Following week, they brought 5 more, and then 20. And we set up the model of early Christian community. They met together, they prayed together, they confessed their sins. They were one in mind and heart, and there were signs, miracles, and wonders, and more were added to their group. Now, it's a new idea. So you get guys coming in to the church, walking up to the whole chapel, and people staring, who are these youths? You know? And it grew and grew and grew, and some of them joined me for the school missions. New idea again. So I was questioned, how come these youth are joining you for the school missions, but they're giving the talks? I mentioned a previous group, I gave a talk, the principal said, can you give a talk on shoplifting? A lot of shoplifters here. So I gave a talk on shoplifting. The talk was flat. After recess, this boy came. He said, Father, have you ever shoplifted? I said, no. No wonder. He gave the talk. Everybody was bored. He said, I will make my confession to you. I'm the chief shoplifter. He made his confession. Okay? He said, after recess, give me the mic. He said, Father, I have a great peace of mind. Fantastic, fantastic. He gave the talk. He said, oh, Father Pereira was asked to give the talk. His talk was flat. I made my confession. I shoplifted. I steal branded goods. I cooperate with the security guards. They get a percentage. I sell it to you because I'm lonely. I want your affirmation. What is wrong? And now I've come clean. I refuse to continue shoplifting. And on assignment, there are 2 chairs, and you sit there and give confessions. All of them went for confession. So I knew that there's some point, Pope Francis talks about encounter. When you encounter the Lord, they will change. They will be fantastic Catholics, and they will come around. The parents heard, and they said, can we come and join and pray decree together with the youth. Change was coming. They came. So there are a lot of conversions happening. I remember doing a school mission with some redemptorists, and this girl had a breakdown. So I rang the psychiatrist with the principal, and the psychiatrist said, bring her to my clinic. So she was in a uniform. I drove to the clinic, brought the girl in, and some of the patients recognized me. Well, the girl sat in the corner, and the psychiatrist called me. And I said, I do not know the person, but the family are away, and these are the signs, And so I came out, the girl went in for 20 minutes, then we paid for the medication, and she was laughing when I was going back to the car. I said, why are you laughing? No, when you came in, the patient said, poor Father Pereira had a breakdown, and the youth is fantastic, the youth brought him to see the doctor. But this is a risk, huh? So you are walking on uncharted territory in mission and ministry. It's no point attacking the system, no point attacking the Catholic Church. We are also struggling, we are also wondering, what do we do from where do we go from here? No point attacking the parents. Is there a kind of new way of preaching the gospel anew? There are. And the new way is to include the parents and grandparents in the mission. I shared this already. So you're looking at changes, turmoil, helplessness of teachers and principals, violence in the classroom, at the streets. Children are called from class into the police station. A new pattern, which is still going on. And these are children from well-to-do families. Gang fights. The new evolution in Singapore, people belonging to gangs, young people. Why? Security, information from the gang leader. You pay $10 a month. So gangster has 100 members, teenagers. They bring their friends. So they're making money. Okay? It's the void and emptiness in the home. Early abortion, sexuality, what Father Terence has shared. My former youth girl was married, and she told me recently, primary 3, standard 3, the girl was looking through a biology book, and she looked at her mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy, we have 3 of us, 3 children. That means we did it 3 times. The daddy took his coffee cup and walked away. Mommy had to answer the question. Mommy was good. Mommy said, no, more than 3 times. This is part of life, and then you were born, and so on. Another couple, the son wants to know. He's 12 years old. Okay? How did mommy and daddy come about? So the daddy took him for a walk, okay, and explained how grandpa was born, mommy was born, daddy was born, and then David, you were born. This is the process. We call it sexual intimacy. He was listening. Then he said, okay, mommy, daddy, how do you do it? I want to see. But Terence said, they ask all this sort of questions. But you've got to sit down. The daddy can't run away and ask the mommy to answer. So you have a term, youthquake, turbulence in the classroom, dysfunctional families. Now, in my experience working with young people for 40 years, the ones who come from broken families and go through a conversion experience, they make fantastic young evangelists. They share their stories. And this girl, Viviana, she shared a story at the youth rally. Okay? And she said, as a teenager, she was pregnant, 14 years old. And she said, I had so many partners, I didn't know who was responsible for this baby. I decided to have an abortion. So she had an abortion, there were complications. She rang me up. Said, Padre, don't get upset. I'm in hospital, women's hospital, this has happened. I said, okay, I'll come. So I went to the hospital, And the nurses were giving me the killer look. Normally the